Billionaire Elon Musk adds an update to Twitter, now known as X, that he soon regrets and reverses.
Those extremist accounts on X that be dehumanizing Black Americans, Nigerians be behind them. A lot of Nigerians be behind those accounts that be spewing derogatory terms and racial stereotypes towards Black Americans. X just came out with this feature where they could check the place of origins of for these accounts, and these accounts be straight up Nigeria. That be they place where they stationed at in Nigeria. So Nigerians are creating these echo chambers and communities where these extremists, you know what I'm saying, reinforcing these extremist ideologies. So you may have seen 1352, 13% of the population is responsible for more than half the crimes in this country, which been debunked. But Nigerians be spewing that onto their accounts. So those derogatory statements and reinforcing these beliefs that these people already had. I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's another Nigerian scam," but I feel like they're already, that's what they feel already inside of here anyway. So it goes.
You ever gotten a weird feeling while you're browsing online? Like the things you're seeing just don't quite line up with the way people talk about this stuff. Like there's a lot of content with a ton of engagement that just it doesn't pass the sniff test. Maybe you thought, wow, in private, people are so different. They go online and they're a totally different person. But then you think, well, I'll never really be able to prove it. We'll never really know. And then you just let it go.
X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, caught thousands of people with their pants down today when they suddenly rolled out a new feature that would show the geographic location you are posting from, as well as the app store you access. This feature had to be turned off hours after its launch because they found that the Department of Homeland Security was actually operating out of Israel. Here's a screen record of that very clip. A similar situation was observed across several other government and government-related organizations.
This new Twitter update location thing is so freaking messy. Like, they are getting the catfishing. Someone pretending to be cooking with pie was literally based in Nigeria, and for some reason, Mariah Carey's official account was based in Israel. I don't know. And then so many MAGA accounts aren't even based in the US. Like, what?
Last week, Twitter X, whatever the hell you want to call it, enabled a new feature that showed the location of accounts. So if I was still on Twitter/X, which I am not, you'd be able to click on my profile and it would say, oh, Singer Nick originates in the United States of America. And it turns out a lot of these blue check MAGA influencer accounts are coming from outside of the United States, from places like Russia, India, Nigeria, Israel, North Korea. And some of these accounts have tens of thousands of followers, and MAGA people in the US follow.
Excuse me, I just have to add here that my original Uppity Unicorn account on uh, Instagram was hacked and taken over by people in Nigeria. So there are so many people who are reaching out to that account and they're like, "What's up with Uppity and Forex?" And I'm like, "I am not a Forex scammer. I don't know anything about Forex. That is not me." And so I try to tell people that Uppity Unicorn account has two N's at the end of unicorn, whereas the account I made after that is just regular Uppity Unicorn. So I personally have the blues by these bots, scammers, fakers. I have been personally hit a number of times.
And retweet what they say all the time. MAGA, you're being influenced by outside sources from Russia, Israel, India, and Nigeria. How do you feel about that? Let's take a look at a couple of them. Let's start with this one. America First has over 60,000 followers. Turns out the account is based in Bangladesh. MAGA, you're being influenced by an outside actor from Bangladesh. So much for America First. This one here, MAGA Nation, over 390,000 followers, and it's listed as being in Eastern Europe. What's Eastern Europe, everybody? Eastern Europe's Russia. Yes, Russia. America First from Russia. Patriot Voice for We the People from Russia. Oh, this one, Dark MAGA, has over 15,000 followers. Account is based in Thailand. MAGA, you're getting MAGA news from somebody in Thailand. MAGA scope.
I also want to add to what this man is saying that fairly recently in the news, a bot farm was discovered in Ghana, and it was hundreds of accounts located in one simple place. And I mean, the race war rhetoric that that account was spewing was alarming. And you have people thinking that these are actual Americans that they're going back and forth with in the comments, and it's creating a sentiment where people are being divided and unsure about one another is creating a lack of trust among Americans. And it's looking like people are trying to destroy the country from within by pretending to be us. So, again, check your sources. If something seems off, if people are misspelling words that are easily spelled, if people are putting, because as a former ESL instructor throughout the Middle East, there are ways that people make errors in putting together sentences that, we just don't, right? And I'm not saying, don't trust Americans who are ESL speakers. Please love all of the Americans if you're an American. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying some of these foreign influences, they have adjacent key errors and language and grammatical error that is just like, you know what? This can't be a MAGA account because look at how you're typing. This cannot be a MAGA account because you used a non-count noun here, an account noun there, and your subject, verb, predicate, all these things are jacked up. No thank you, this is not American English.
Has over 50,000 followers. Turns out the account is based in Nigeria. MAGA, you're following an influencer, a MAGA influencer from Nigeria. They're doing this on purpose to mess with you guys. Look at this one here. It's called US Hub MAGA. Over 11,000 followers, based in India. I deleted my Twitter/X account about a year ago, right after the election. I'm over on Threads and on Blue Sky and a couple other places, and I follow known independent reporters who report the news, actual people, not fake AI generated profile pictures that just make up shit about MAGA. MAGA followers, come on, guys. If you're going to follow somebody, at least follow known people, people who you know that are reporters or independent reporters out there, or people who you know are in the Trump administration that are at least feeding you the information that they want to feed you from the United States. Let's not.
Now, I want to interrupt him again and just say that there is a targeted effort by these bots and by these people who are in India and Russia and Nigeria and Bangladesh to specifically enrage Black Americans. And there is something to that because these are people globally who believe the only way to get to the US government is through the Black American, because the Black American is the only thing that has changed the course of US government. The only thing that has, I forget which, I have forgotten which politician said that Black people are the conscience of America in the 1960s. So there will be a thing that America is engaged in that is wrong, and it will be its Black people protesting and fighting and resisting to say, hey, this thing is unacceptable. And due to the uprising and unity of Black people, it changes. Black Americans, Indigenous Black Americans. And it's the only thing, it's the only group that has really, even when you look at civil rights movements today and it's LGBTQ and it's, um, you know, other people other than Black people, it's still a movement based off of our people. And so these people internationally have a vested interest in upsetting you and rage baiting you and trying to get you to take to the streets. And I wouldn't trust Elon Musk as far as I could throw him, simply because if you're going to be meddling in American politics and trying to walk around here as if you're some kind of proud American, and he's not, he's South African. But I would delete these accounts. I would ban these accounts and I would ban these IP addresses for playing in the affairs of America, for meddling in the affairs of America, for being frauds, for saying things like, 13% of the population is responsible for half the crime. Most white Americans know that that's not true. I mean, some of the most ignorant, uneducated white Americans may echo that thing, but it's the fact that even our kids are being infected with this. And they have to unlearn this if they go to college at a collegiate level. And they've got to learn statistics and how that works. Because these nasty voices who are trying to destabilize this country are in their ears, are in their face, or on their screens. If Elon had any loyalty to America, and he doesn't, I believe his loyalty is just to, global oligarchy, which is, you saw his so-called Roman salute. You know what that was. You know where his loyalties lie. But if I had control of this, I would ban these IP addresses. I wouldn't just ban the user. I would ban the IP address. And if you keep playing with me, I might ban your nation because you don't get to play with what's going on inside of my home. And that's just me as an American patriot.
Not follow people from Nigeria and Russia. Okay, that's just not good. And this feeds right into the MAGA follower, the US MAGA follower, because I have you on Facebook and on Instagram. I see you. You guys repost absolutely anything. You don't even vet it. You don't even try to see if it's true or not. You just repost it. You would repost "the sky is red" if somebody in MAGA world posted it. You'd be like, yeah, the sky's red, the sky's red. You guys are weak-minded, man. Think for yourselves for once in a while and just follow people who you know are real people.
Major breaking news. Elon Musk's social media app X briefly released a location transparency feature that completely backfired, revealing that dozens of top MAGA accounts that marketed themselves as being run by, quote, patriotic Americans are actually based outside the US. Just some of the locations commonly revealed include India, Nigeria, Eastern Europe, Russia, Macedonia, and even Southeast Asia. Now, news organizations have revealed in past investigations that some extremist political organizations are run in other countries in which foreigners post controversial statements to get people angry, drive engagement, and then are paid in US dollars. This allows them to live in relative comfort in a cheap place like India or Nigeria, whereas if they ran the same scheme in the US, they probably wouldn't be making enough to get by. However, this new transparency feature is the clearest sign yet that Twitter sentiment is not at all indicative of the general sentiment across the US.
And that's good news.
There are simply way too many troll accounts, clickbait farms, and foreign creators trying to play off users' emotions, essentially making it a cesspool of a social media site. But I'll be following any new revelations that come out of this leak, so make sure to follow for more updates.
And that is the good news about all of this, about uncovering these accounts. And by the way, Elon decided he made a mistake once people were finding out, hey, what's this official Mariah Carey account? Why is it in Israel and not in Vegas? Doesn't she live in Vegas? Doesn't she live in America? What is this official so and so Caroline Levitt? What is this doing over here in India, Bangladesh? Somebody help, right? So that exposed what, I'm sure Elon wasn't prepared to expose. So the feature has now been removed, right? So even if you had a hater or a troll or somebody who uses Twitter to bother you, you could have seen where that person is located. You could have double checked on that person, on what's going on. But I say the silver lining here is because we're finding out that these are bot farms and rage bait accounts. We know that this is not the general sentiment in America. That level of hatred is not the general sentiment in America. So that's the good news. Go on ahead and let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below. I'm watching Uppity and I'm out of here.